Hi, my name's Jackie. If you guys have been watching me, um, if you want to know how I've been doing after VSG, I made this video. I got my surgery July 20 something. It is now the week of November 12th. So July, August, September, October, November. 4 months it's been. I started at 213. Today I actually weighed myself and gained a pound. That's why I don't like to weigh myself, but I'm at 185. Last week I was at 183, so I'm like, what's going on? But I think it's because I haven't been drinking enough water. I don't know why. Things have changed since the last time you guys have heard from me. I don't actually like water anymore. I find it's like harder to drink water. I'm definitely not supposed to do this, but I drink soda. I drink coffee. I drink tea. A lot of juice. I drink grapefruit juice. I'll water it down. But I do drink alcohol. Maybe like once a week, twice a week on a weekend. I do eat very frequently. So I eat about 7 to 9 times a day. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to understand that I only take like 2 to 4 bites at a time. So, like, I'm gonna give you an example. I just made burgers for my family. So I cut a burger in half, put it on a piece of toasted bread, and I only took 2 bites of a half. And I can't eat anymore. Like, that's crazy. I used to eat like 2 burgers and fries. I can't even eat a half of a burger. So last night I made a sandwich for my son and I to split with chips on the side. It was a turkey and cheese regular sandwich. I cut it in half. I gave him his half. And then I had my half. And I can only take 2 bites of my half. I used to eat like a whole sandwich and chips by myself. I cannot even hold that much food. So another thing is I love Chinese food. I am a Chinese food girl my whole life. Since I'm a baby, I love Chinese food. I ordered a few things for my family, like boneless spare ribs, wonton soup, chicken and broccoli combination, and chicken on a stick. Now this is for my son, my fiance, and myself. So I really just wanted the wonton soup because in New Jersey it's super cold. So I wanted something warm. And, I could only take like 3 bites of my plate of food. Like, I can only eat a piece of chicken. I try to do the protein first, like I told you guys. So I ate the chicken. I ate a boneless spare rib. I didn't eat the chicken on a stick. I couldn't even eat the rice. And I had a dumpling because we ordered steamed dumplings. I had a dumpling, and that was it. Like, I couldn't eat anymore. Like, I had a small plate, and like I could only pick. But also, I have such a sweet tooth. Like, I want like things I wouldn't ever want before VSG. Like, I want like a caramel ribbon crunch from like Starbucks. Like, I want a super sweet drink. I know you're supposed to stay away from sugar, but in my case, I do not want to get super skinny. Like, the top weight I want to lose is like 40 to 50 pounds. Like, I'm not trying to lose 100 pounds. So you have to figure, like, I am drinking empty calories, but I don't want to stretch out my stomach. So, like, I got the drink from Starbucks today because I was, like, craving something sweet and, like, coffee. And I only took a few sips. And I probably drank, like, maybe half of the drink. So when you get VSG, like, don't order a large coffee. Don't order a medium coffee. Order a small because you can't even hold that much liquid. Like, you get to taste things. And I'm going to be honest, I eat whatever I want. I just cannot eat ice cream. I cannot do cereal with milk. The milk will make you want to die. If you happen to find a food after VSG that makes you nauseous instantly, you have to have ondansetron or Zofran or Emetrol handy, like we talked about earlier, because you will be out to dinner, or you will be with somewhere with your family, and your mouth will start watering. You'll feel like you have to run to the bathroom and throw up. I will run to my car, run to my purse, and get the anti-nausea. Just carry some type of instant anti-nausea. I'm not talking about ginger chews. I'm not talking about like, you know, a sucking candy. I'm talking about a real anti-nausea. This is no joke. You will throw up. It will hurt. You'll feel like crazy. Instant relief with the Zofran. Instant relief with the Emetrol. So you definitely want to keep that handy. We went out for my fiance's birthday Friday. We went to Longhorn. And I got a baked potato soup. I shared it with my son because I can't eat the whole thing. I didn't eat any of the bread because you can't. You're not going to be able to eat your food. You're not interested in the bread anymore. Like me, I would eat that whole basket of bread. After VSG, you just like maybe a bite, but you don't want to eat bread because then you won't even be able to eat your food. So me and my son will share like a kid's ribeye with fries. I'll get like a little side salad and a soup, and that's like way too much food for me. So I did have a drink 30 minutes before my meal. I had an alcoholic beverage, and that's the thing. Like when you go out to eat, if you want to have a drink and sit at the bar before you sit down, cool. But you have to wait 30 minutes. And like I don't always do this, but if you want to have like a whole drink, you have to wait 30 minutes until you could eat. So if you want to like start with drinks, cool, you have to wait. Because your stomach can't hold food and drink. It just can't. Like it's just not going to work. Your stomach's super small. So, you know, it's kind of like one or the other. But take your time. Like, take your food home. Who cares? Heat it up later. I'm telling you, you're going to be hungry in an hour. This is why I do something called grazing. So, like, I will eat and take my food home because by the time I get home, I'm, like, starving already. So, like, take your food to go. And honestly, I love salads, but I wouldn't choose salads really that much with VSG because it's like, you need protein. It's just like, I don't know. I don't really like to choose salads because it's like crunchy and the raw vegetables, and also I don't like to choose steak or beef or like anything greasy. Like I'm gonna give you an example. I got beef lo mein once for my favorite Chinese food. I couldn't. I was so sick. Like the beef just didn't sit well with me. Like certain like beef or like steak, it just doesn't sit well. It has to be very small, and it has to be like 4 to 6 months after your surgery because it will make you sick. So just try to stick with the grounds. Try to stick with ground chicken, ground turkey. Like I could have like one taco and be so satisfied. And if you want to have another one in an hour, cool. Just space it out. Like it's very hard for me to eat a slice of pizza. I know that sounds crazy, but I make them cut it up for me like I'm a kid, and I take like a little couple squares and I'll eat it like throughout like the hour or 2 hours. The other day I got the lunch special. I worked from 10 to 7. I got the lunch special. It was like a gyro and fries. There's no way I could eat the fries. I could barely eat the gyro. I could barely eat half the gyro, but I eat whatever I want, like whatever I'm craving. So I ended up just like eating the lettuce, tomato, the tzatziki, and the gyro meat. Maybe like 2 or 3 fries, but like it took me like 3 hours to eat my food, and I could only eat like, I couldn't eat the pita, like I can only eat like the meat and like some fries. Like, so like the old me, I used to clean plates out, and like now I can't even eat a half of something. So like if I make my son a grilled cheese and tomato soup, I can only eat like a half of a grilled cheese and like maybe a spoon. I can't even eat a half of a grilled cheese. I could eat a half of a half. And then a couple spoons of like soup, or I'll dip it in the soup. But then I'm done. So the thing with this surgery is like you're very hungry very frequently, but you can't eat a lot of food at one time. So like I stock up on Baby Bell cheeses, like little snack foods, like peanut butter protein bars, like just little snack foods. You know, I hate to say it, but I've been eating a lot of chips, like even Goldfish. Try to find healthier chips, you know, like Goldfish or something to snack on, like Ritz crackers or cheese or things like that, because you're not like super hungry, so it's like gonna hold you over to eat like one small piece of Parmesan snack cheese because you can't really eat. Sorry guys, I vape. It is the worst thing that I ever did, but it is what it is. These videos are raw, they're just me, they're uncut. I'm just telling you about my experience with VSG. My clothes are like nicely fitting now. I go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I lift heavy, train hard. I do not like to do cardio because it does nothing for me. I need to keep like everything tight. I need to keep everything lifted. Cardio is not for me right now because I don't want to be like a flat board. I want to maintain my shape. I'm going to show you guys the pants I'm wearing. These are an extra large. I'm actually now medium in leggings or like gym pants. So these are kind of big on me because I lost 30 pounds or so. So you can see like my pants are big on me. But I also like don't want my clothes to go to waste. But yeah, I'm definitely a little bit smaller. I have pictures of myself from when I used to golf with my friends like last year around this time, and I looked at the pictures and I'm like, I was so heavy. Okay. And another thing I want to talk about is the hair loss. My hair is literally like you could touch it, and I'm a hairdresser. I could touch it and it falls out. I take so many hair, skin, and nails. I take biotin twice a day. I take women's beef organs. It's called Her Package. It's from Heart and Soil. So it does help with hair growth. It's healthy for your body. It's basically in place of a vitamin. So it gives you high energy, you know, everything. If you want to look into it, it's called Heart and Soil. It's beef organs. It's something I take. I try to take my multivitamins often, or I have a liquid form. But I do eat a lot. Like, I get my vegetables in. Even if I don't eat, like, bigger portions, I still eat. So I try to get my veggies in. Like, last night I had a little broccoli. I'll always do, like, a mushroom, a spinach. Like, I always get my veggies in one way or another. But, yeah, like, if I want a cookie, I have a cookie. But I only could have one or half, which is crazy. So, like, for instance, I just made myself a little pizza, right? Like, this is like the French bread pizza. And this is a half. And I would never be able to eat this whole thing. The old me used to eat 2 of these back to back, like the whole French bread pizzas. So, you could taste things. Like, also when you eat bread or pizza, it's very filling and stretches in your stomach. And it doesn't really sit well. And you really have to chew your food. Because if you don't, it hurts. So, a myth is you can eat and drink at this, like, they say you're not supposed to eat or drink within 30 minutes. That's not true. If you're trying to get, like, your proper nutrition in, yeah, but, like, I'll take a small sip of a drink. But very, very small. Like, no, you can't have, like, a whole cup of soda. Like, you can't do that. I'm just showing you right now, like, that I do it. I just take little sips. I accidentally chugged water. It hurt, so don't do that. But I was just so thirsty. And you forget sometimes. You're like, wow, I can't do that. It just feels like a burp that, like, has to come out. And you can't get it out at first. And it, like, it's just, like, indigestion. So, like, you're never full anymore. Like, the old me, how I used to feel full. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so full. You don't feel like that. You feel like it hurts. It's either coming up or just super gassy or super indigested. Again, my skin's very dry because my water intake isn't what it used to be, obviously. I just can't hold that much water. But I can never live without coffee. I can't. I wake up and I need a nice iced coffee. That's what I do. I'll drink water throughout the day at my job, whatever. I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts and get a refresher. And the straw thing is a myth. Like, I don't really use straws that much anyway. Like, I rather just sip it out of the cup with the ice. I can't do any drink without ice. That's another thing. Like, I need ice. So I just, like, will go to Dunkin' and get a refresher. I'll go to Dunkin' and get, like, an iced green tea. Whatever. but I take the cap off and I drink it through the day because I need to stay hydrated. Also, my skin is important to me. I don't want to look aged. I don't want to look dry. I don't want to look old. I want to look hydrated. And I want my skin to look healthy. I want my hair to be healthy. Also, if you're not hydrated, you're not going to lose weight. Water helps me lose weight. So, the other thing is, like, the hydration. It's so hard because you have to choose, like, the water over the coffee. You have to choose the water over the soda. So, like, choose wisely. If you like Dunkin' refreshers or, like, a Starbucks refresher, cool. But, like, try to keep the sugar low. Like, I love grapefruit juice. Right now I'm on a grapefruit juice kick, like a ruby red grapefruit juice kick with ice. Like, I love that. So I've been choosing that over soda. Yes, it has sugar. Yes, it's not super hydrating, but you could water it down. You could put ice in it. Like, but yeah, my skin's super dry. I'm using more moisturizer than ever. I always use serum at night because I'm like, oh my god, my skin is so dry, and now it's just that weather. But my hair is falling out like crazy. Like, I have a lot of hair, so you can't really tell. But if you see what's in my shower is unreal. Like, what I'm taking out of my drain, and my fiance is a plumber, so, like, I have to clean out. I always clean out my drain because we don't want it to, like, clog. But my hair is so, like, thin on the bottom. It doesn't appear that way because it's curly, and I have a lot of hair, but you have to see the amount of hair that comes out of my head. It's insane. So I'm trying not really to cut it. Like, I cut it myself, but I'm trying to wait till it gets, like, really long, and then I'm gonna give it a good chop. But thankfully I'll never be, like, bald or really thin because I do have thick hair and a lot of hair. I'm staying away from keratin treatments. That's just my personal professional opinion. Like, I wouldn't do a keratin if you have VSG surgery because it's just going to make your hair look flat and thin. If I got a keratin, I would look like I have no hair. So I'm just keeping, like, my natural curly voluminous hair because I don't want my hair to look thin. So the other thing is, like, don't sit there and get VSG and think that you shouldn't work out. Like, things are going to drop fast. You're going to lose weight, and you don't want to look like a flabby, like, you know, your boobs drop, your ass is flabby, like the Ozempic butt. Like, you have to lift weights. You have to do squats. You have to do, I do the leg extension. I do chest press. I do everything consistently. Before and after VSG, I'm always in the gym. I always was and always will be. It's like a reset for me. It gets my mind right. But, like, honestly, unless you're very, very overweight, like, yes, I say cardio is great, but cardio is not going to benefit your shape. Like, you don't want to lose weight and then just be, like, sloppy. Like, the weightlifting and the training is what's going to shape you and make you look better and make your, you know, your whole physique better. Like, you don't want to just do cardio and then, like, you're just, like, flabby, loose skin. Like, you need to weight train. And for anyone that does this, if you lose a ton of weight and you need a tummy tuck, go get that tummy tuck, because what's the point? If you're gonna like have all this loose skin, get to this perfect weight, and you have, you know, like, you want to do what's best for you. You want to get a tummy tuck, or you want to get a little lift or a breast lift. Because what's happening to me is I just went down 2 bra sizes, which I'm so happy. I was a double D, almost an E, 38, okay, right before the surgery. Now I'm a 34D or something. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I'm definitely getting smaller, which is wonderful. But if I don't work out my chest, I'm just going to have saggy, gross boobs. And I don't want to spend the money on a breast lift. I have spoken about this in previous videos. Like, that is one thing that I would love to do, is a reduction and a lift. But if I can get myself there by going to the gym and losing the weight, that would save me, you know, what, like 8 to 10 grand, 6 to 8 grand, something like that. So I'm just going to try to get it in the gym. But this is the other thing that people don't understand. Oh, why don't you go to the gym? Why don't you work out? Why don't you not get surgery? Go to the gym. It doesn't work like that. Like, you can't get certain things in the gym. I struggled with my weight my whole entire life. I went to the gym consistently for 8 to 12 years. I was overweight. My hormones were shot. My thyroid was a mess. Like, I had a baby. Like, my eating habits were off. I had weird cravings. I was on SSTIs. I wasn't sleeping through the night. I was getting up and peeing like 6 times through the night. I sleep like a baby now. I don't pee during the night. I pee once before bed and once when I wake up. I mean, I have better workouts. I'm not falling asleep by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My energy is 10 times better. I golf, so my golf swing is 10 times better. I'm driving my ball further. I'm not drained. I'm not like dragging ass when I walk. I have just better energy. But I will tell you this. Your iron's going to be low. If you live somewhere cold, you're going to be freezing your butt off. You know, you have to really stay on top of the vitamins, really stay on top of the iron. Because you're an icicle. Like, you can't even stand up straight because, like, you don't eat a lot. You know, like, your vitamin intake is a little low. Even with the food and the multivitamins, it's like, you're not the same as you used to be. So, your vitamins are going to be low. You're going to be freezing your ass off. So bundle up, get yourself a little heater. I bought myself a heater for work. This is another reason I didn't get VSG in the winter. I got it in the summer because I wasn't eating. Like, how am I going to be on liquids, freezing my ass off in the middle of the winter? No. When I don't eat, I'm cold. So, like, what I do is, at my job, if I work at 10 to 7, at the barbershop, I have a space heater. I plug it in. I go get a soup from next door, like a chicken noodle or like a chili, which I do great with. I go to Wendy's, by the way, and get a chili and a baked potato, and it lasts me like 4 hours. And that's like a nice, like, easy, like, meal that you can get at the drive-thru. I love Wendy's chili. And it's like protein, beans, meat, it's perfect. I can barely eat the baked potato, but like, I'll take a few bites, whatever. But like, I always try to get something warm at work. I have my space heater, I bundle up. But my energy is way better. Like, I was so tired. I was so fatigued all the time. And, I also, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, I couldn't get pregnant. My son is 6. I think it was after the COVID vaccine that I couldn't get pregnant, or my fiance after the COVID vaccine. I don't know what's going on. I'm not, like, crazy to have a baby, but at the same time, it's like my son's 5 years old, and I never got pregnant after the COVID vaccine. Which is weird because I got pregnant with him like right away. Probably the first week we tried, I was pregnant. And they say you're more fertile after VSG because I guess like your hormones are more regulated and stuff like that. And everything is like adjusting and whatnot. But I will say that I still haven't been able to get pregnant. But you never know. It could be the COVID vaccine. It could be SSTIs. It could be my thyroid, my hormones. It could be my man. I don't know. But they say, like, you're so fertile after VSG. I don't want to get pregnant, but at the same time, it's like making me wonder, like, why can't I, you know? And if I could give my son a sibling, that would be nice, but if it happens, it happens. Also, my body's changing, and like, yeah, I do want to look great in a bathing suit this summer. Yeah, I do want to lose the weight. I don't want to get pregnant right now, but I don't know. Like, it is on my mind. Like, why do I get my period every month? Like, how is this even happening? So, my period is regular, but sometimes it's like heavier. My cramps are a little worse. I don't know why. I just try to work out on my period. I know it's like a superhero woman thing because women hate working out on their period, but I feel like it makes it go away faster. So I try to like ride the bike, even though I said I don't do a lot of cardio. I think riding the bike helps my menstrual cycle, so I try to do that. I just try to lift and keep it moving on my period. I don't want it to hold me back. What else? Stay away from the ice cream and the milk. I'm telling you. My customer, same thing. He had the sleeve done, and he said that he cannot consume milk products. He cannot. I mean, I have a little half and half in my coffee every day, but I'm saying, like, if you eat ice cream or you eat like cereal and whole milk, like, oh, it makes me so sick. And it's just crazy. Like, my sneakers are a little big on me. My rings are falling off me. Like, I wore this ring my whole life, and it's like so big on me now. My leather jackets that I wore last year were always so tight on my arms, and like now they're just like nice fitting. I'm able to like layer things because I have a little more room now. If I wear like leggings, I buy mediums instead of extra larges, which is crazy. I didn't lose a ton of weight. Like, I didn't lose like 40, 60 pounds like most people. I lost like 29 to 30, but I'm losing it slow. I don't think I look like a skeleton. My friends see me and they're like, you look like you did in high school, you know? And that's great. I took a picture with my friend on Halloween, like me and her standing up with our kids trick-or-treating, and I'm like, that's not me. Like, there's no way. I look so small. My legs are like way smaller than they were. I am so confident. Like, I mean, obviously I have ways to go, but I am not stressed about my weight anymore. I'm not depressed about my weight anymore. I'm not like worried if I have a bite of a cookie, like I'm gonna be disgusting tomorrow. I actually just made Christmas cookies. They're Grinch. I don't know what happened, but I'm only gonna have one cookie. Like, the old me would have had like 4 cookies. I can't. So I'm only gonna have one cookie. Not even. And the rest is for my son and my fiance. And it's crazy because I wish I could have did this without the surgery. I was so hungry. There's no way that I could do this. Like, they're doing this like 2-bite thing on TikTok where you like take 2 bites of your food and you're done. It doesn't matter like how big the bite is, supposedly, or whatever. If you want to like try to stay skinny and not get VSG, eat like little bites all throughout the day frequently. If you want to choose one meal, let's say it's like a chicken Caesar wrap, make it last all day. That's kind of what I do. Like, if I get myself like a chicken wrap or like a tuna on a multigrain toast with lettuce and tomato, like, it will last me all day. So it's like, choose what you want, choose what you're in the mood for, and take 2 bites here and there throughout the day, and like make that one meal last, you know? Like, but my old stomach would never allow me to do that because I was always hungry. Like, I was always hungry. My stomach was like growling 30 minutes after I ate. This is just a smaller version of my stomach now. But I always try to do like meat first, and then like throw out the bread, throw out the potatoes, throw out the fries. You know, I don't use rice. Like, if I make rice, beans, and pork chops, the other night I made shake and bake pork chops on, like, you know, boneless, thin pork chops. They're lean, white meat. I did the shake and bake, rice-a-roni, the chicken one, and, what else? Like broccoli, I think I made. And I just ate the pork chop. Like, I ate one small pork chop, or like a half a small pork chop in an hour. Then an hour later, I had another half. And I was just eating like the meat all throughout the day. But I didn't touch the rice-a-roni, like maybe a little bite, but like, what's the point of that? It's a waste of space. That's how you have to think now. And you're not like as ravenous and hungry as you used to be, so it's easier to make choices. Like right now, this was my nasty pizza that I made in the air fryer. The pepperoni one. And this is my cookie. And I'm throwing it away because I'm literally done. Like, I don't need to eat any more than that. And it's crazy. Because the old me, like I said, I used to eat so much. And it's unhealthy. Like, this is a better way of life. I mean, it's the best thing I ever did. I don't know why people are like, oh, I'm so depressed. Like, I can't get through this phase. Blah, blah, blah. That's you. That's not me. I beat depression. Even if you have to take something for depression and anxiety while you're going through this, speak to a psychiatrist. I have one. I actually have 3. I had one for before the surgery that was mandatory. She was wonderful. I have a regular psychiatrist, and then I have a talk psychiatrist. So you're going to get a little crazy. Like, you're going to get emotional at times. Like you're not able to cope with food how you used to. I used to have a food addiction. Like one of the reasons I did this is because I had a food addiction. Like I would go out to get food. I would hide food. I would sneak eat. I would go out like to the bar, not for the alcohol, for the food. Like it was just a way of life. Also, like I come from an Italian and Spanish family where it's like food is life. We don't care about alcohol, we care about food. Sunday dinners, all food, food, food. Birthdays, holidays, food. What kind of cake are we getting? Like, it's ridiculous. My dad has a heart condition. Like, there's a lot of reasons that I got this. I actually wish my sister got it because my sister really needs it right now. She's struggling. I don't think she's open-minded to it. She doesn't really care about her weight, and she's comfortable in her body, which is fine, but, like, it's more for your health. And, I have a 5-year-old. Like, I was tired of being overweight. I was tired of not being able to go on the swings with him. I was tired of rushing him out of the park because I didn't have energy to be there. Now, I just feel, like, 10 times better. I'm not stressed about my weight anymore. Like, I'm not stressed to go on cruises or vacations and take off my clothes. Like, I'm not stressed to be in a bathing suit. I'm not, struggling to fit into my jeans. And it's just the best thing I ever did. Like, I have control over my life. And I really recommend it to anyone. If you guys want to ask me questions or I missed something or you want to know something, write it in the comments and I'll see it. Even if I don't log on every day, I'll see it and I'll eventually get back to you. And yes, I am doing well. But another thing I recommend, like I said, let's go back to the psychiatrist. If you have to get on something like a Lexapro, a Prozac, a Zoloft, or something through this process, don't be like against that, okay? Because it is an emotional roller coaster. And I take Lexapro, the smallest dose. I'm a mother, and it changed my life. It gives me a better quality of life. So don't be like subjected to doing that, because if you need it, you need it. Like, you might like see yourself getting a little crazy because you can't eat a lot, or you're going through emotional ups and downs. Just try it out. If it's gonna better your